morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. I'm ThaMies as always, and I'm dropping in with another battle. Now, today we are starting a new series of 3 weeks, and we got a new team built around your suggestions. So, I want to get into the team in a little bit, but there's something else I want to talk over before we get into it, and you guys have to know a bit more about why there hasn't been much videos online, and the videos that are going to be appearing for the time being are going to be replays. There are some technical difficulties with recording on my laptop. As you know, my PC broke down a while back, and as long as I have my laptop on the power supply, it messes up my recordings, and when I take it off it works just fine, but only for a short time until the battery runs out. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem, but I can get some replays on because they are shorter, and that way we can at least have some battles on here. Also, I am currently at 25 subscribers since not that long, so I am going to think of something to do to celebrate that. Perhaps do a playthrough or a nuzlocke or something like that. I would love to hear your suggestions about what you guys want to see, and perhaps we can make something together. So leave your suggestion down below, and we'll see what we can do. So starting off with the new team we're gonna use this week. The new series are gonna be called Simisage Goes Bananas, and this new team is built around Simisage. So starting off with Simisage, I'm gonna use a live op variant with nasty plot and just a lot of special attack. It's kinda meant to be a late game sweeper, and yeah, let's see if we can get it to work. Second in the team is my Caracosta named Leonardo, which is a weird set. You're gonna see a little bit more about it in the video coming after this, but I'm using a curse set with dive to stall out some turns, get my leftovers back, and also perhaps take the hits I need and get my opponent to go down over time. Together with this team I'm using Spoon, which is my Kadabra. It has Calm Mind after 1 Calm Mind, which he usually gets up with his Focus Sash. He can do a lot of damage to a lot of my opponents, so he's a very valuable team member. He hits like a truck. Same goes for my Dodrio, which is a Choice Band variant. Uses Brave Bird, Return, Knockoff, and Quick Attack, and he's pretty much a late game sweeper together with Spoon. So he's my physical attacker and Spoon is my special attacker. Torkoal named Hot Stuff is going to be my stealth rocker, and my defensive mon. He's able to take a lot of hits and perhaps deal some burn damage if I get the chance. It's a 30% chance to burn, so yeah, that's always very useful. Last but not least, I'm using Ponyard with Eviolite, which is also a defensive mon. It's very useful against Defog or something like Intimidate, and he uses 1 Sword Dance, and this is one heck of a dangerous mon. So yeah, I really hope this team can do well. I played some practice games with it, which turned out pretty okay. I have to say that the PU tier is something I'm not familiar with, but it's a lot of fun. So yeah, let's see if we can get a battle, guys. Alright, so we found a very nice looking team to face and see if I can do some work against it. Looking at this team, the first thing I would like to get up are my rocks, so I am going to lead off with my rock setter, which is called Hot Stuff, and he leads off with Illumise. So starting off this game, I thought this is a really good way to start off a battle. He goes for the Confused Ray though, and believe it or not, I'm gonna get fully confused for a few turns here, which did mess up my game plan a bit, but luckily he doesn't do that much damage against me. I'm not really sure how he would be able to. and he switches into float. So now of course I can't stay in here. I feel rocks are very beneficial to me, so I want to switch out, preserve this mon, and I have a very good switch in to this float soul, which is a physical attacker, and my physical wall is Leonardo the Caracosta. Now I am running a really weird set, I like to say, on Leonardo, and I enjoy it, even though it's probably not the best set there is for Caracosta. But I'm using Curse, which on itself is a bit weird, but not that unheard of. But I like to pair up this set with Dive, and the reason behind it is that I can stay one turn shielded from damage, which means I get 2 turns of leftovers, and being defensive and all, it does really make a difference if I can get another turn of lefties on this Leonardo. So in this case it works out very nice. I can take out this float soul, even with the bulk up on his side of the field. I can take hits pretty well for days, and yeah, that recovery is very important for me. He misses his brick break, so this way I can get a lot of recovery back. Looking at my HP at this point, I'm almost back at full, and he doesn't have any recovery, so any damage I can get off right here is very nice. Now I decided to go for Stone Edge here for the crit, which would help out with his defense being up so much, and even without those crits I can take this very effective hit very well and take out this float soul with relative ease. I finished up with an Aqua Jet, which helps me to take care of his speed drop due to Curse. So this is a really weird set. I really like it. I would like to hear your opinion on the set. Feel free to leave your comment down below if you feel like it's somewhat weird or good. I'm very curious. Now I take out Kadabra with Aqua Jet. The first one I kinda went for to break his sash, but when I look at the damage I decided to take it out. So at this point I've taken out 2 of his mons at the cost of 1, which is a really good trade-off at this point, and I should have gone for Aqua Jet here. Did not realize that Bear Tech would take me out so easily, but I was kinda getting rid of this mon anyway, so that's all fine by me. At this point I can switch in hot stuff. I could have gone for a different mon of course, but I would really like to get my rocks up. I am predicting him to switch out, and rocks would help me out so much against his team. So I went for rocks. I finally get them up, but he switches in his Ditto. Now most Dittos are scarfed, which means he has to lock himself into something. He could go for an attacking move on my hot stuff, which I will be able to take very well because I'm defensive too, or he could go for rapid spin here, but it would mean that he has to switch out later and I can get some free damage off on this Ditto. So he goes for rapid spin, getting rid of my rocks, which makes sense. I go for earthquake. I'm predicting him to go for another rapid spin. I went for another earthquake, but I should have gone for rocks again. So I decided to stay in against Infescent also, because my mon is very capable of taking some hits, being defensive and all, and I get my rocks up without that much trouble. So I stay in. If I get the burn, it's great, but it turns out I can actually tank his damage and get a crit, which is very lucky at this point, and take out this threat to my team. Now he has 3 mons left. I decided to stay in to make sure I get my rocks up, but he didn't go for rapid spin here, and I lose my stealth rocker, which is great because as soon as he switches out, he's not able to go for rapid spin because he can't copy it anymore, and none of his other mons know rapid spin or anything like that. So yeah, the rocks are up to stay. It's a trade-off I'm very happy with because both Illumise and his last mon take a lot of damage from Stealth Rock. So I'm quite happy at this point how the game is going. I can simply take out this mon because he's physically defensive, not specially, and he brings in Illumise. So I bring in my corresponding switch in, but at this point I feel I don't want to take any risk taking more damage from this confusion. I've been taking a lot of damage first turn, second turn, third turn, so I really wanted to keep my mons alive, so I'm going to switch around a bit to take care of that. I felt that my little samurai wasn't going to help me out that much. I switched it in, and I did decide that I wanted to save it anyway, so it was a mistake of mine to switch in my little samurai, but I guess it can't be helped. And seeing him going for rain, I actually realized that his last one is Swift Swim. That's a tongue breaker. And I didn't expect it on beforehand since I didn't face him before, but it is actually a quite common set. So I want to stall out these rain turns, switch around a bit, knowing that he won't be able to do that much damage to me, and hoping to get a chance to get my Dodrio in without any confusion. Like this turn, I can go for a quick attack because I really like the priority, since he has priority 2 in the form of Prankster. So I get one attack off, but I still don't want to risk my Roadrunner. I can simply switch out into my Kadabra, which isn't going to help me out that much anyway. He goes for a Thunder Wave, which kinda sucks. It means that I can't risk setting up. The sash would be broken, but even if I set up at this point, I'm not really sure I can take out any mon because of the paralyzation chance. So I decided to sack off Spoon, stay in, and go for an Encore, but I'm fully paralyzed, which demonstrates why I want to get rid of him. The thing I'm going for here is trying to go for an Encore in a way I can switch in my Dodrio and take out this Illumise. At the same time, any turns I stall out of his rain are nice, so I switch out. He can't go for anything else but Bug Buzz, which I can take just fine, and I can take out his enemies without any problem. So he's down to one mon, Beartic, which is Swift Swim, and I didn't want to risk any damage on my Dodrio because I might be able to use him for taking out his team in the future. Any priority is always nice to keep around, and I can simply stall out the rain, which means this Beartic isn't as fast as he was, and I can get bananas in for the last kill, which is nice. So my star actually did take out a mon, even though it wasn't an important hit, but hey, it doesn't matter. I get the focus hit instead of the focus miss, which is awesome. And this is the first match with bananas, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm trying to get used to PU a bit more, but I really enjoyed this team and the tier so far, and I'm looking forward to your suggestions on any things you would like to see me change on the team, anything that could be better. And with that, I'm gonna leave you guys, so see ya.